So this is 6 mistakes to avoid with Shopify pre-orders. Now, pre-orders are a really powerful tool to boost sales and demand of your Shopify store. You can start taking orders well before inventory actually arrives, which is great for boosting demand and giving you a larger window of time to market. However, there are some common mistakes to avoid with pre-orders, and I'm going to take you through 6 of them right now. Most of them you only really need to think about once, and then you can kind of make a decision, set it and forget it, and then move on. Cool, let's dive in. Number 1 is probably the most common but a very critical mistake, and that's thinking that you can just have a zero stock product and Shopify will let it through your checkout. That's not actually the case. So I'm just in the Shopify products admin. Let's test that out. So let's go to chocolate, which has got -5 stock. And you can see it's showing sold out. So even if a pre-order app comes in and you only have 0 stock, the product won't pass through checkout unless you have this checkbox ticked, continue selling when out of stock. So let's click that. And now we refresh. It'll probably take a minute before it syncs up. And once more. And you can see now it's showing add to cart, even though there's 0 stock for the chocolate. Now, most pre-order apps should toggle this box on and off for you, but it's just something to keep in mind. That's the first thing to check if you ever set up a product for pre-order. The pre-order button loads and replaces this add to cart, but Shopify rejects the item at checkout. Number 2 is another Shopify config issue. So even if you have that box ticked and your product has 0 stock, nothing can help you if you don't have the online store sales channel added. So it's at the top right of a Shopify products admin, and if you click these little dots, manage sales channel, you'll see all the places where this product can be sold. So the shop app, for example, point of sale, online store. If you don't have this online store box ticked, then again, checkout will fail. So this one actually applies to buy now products as well, so it's a good one to be aware of. The next one is clear customer communication. So you really want to be upfront with your customers that the product's a pre-order and it's not a regular buy now and won't be shipped out the later that day. So to do this, communication is key. So definitely a pre-order button, but preferably some information above the button or a extra step like we have here, saying when you plan to ship. So here it is, the week of November 25th. Now also what we recommend is having messaging on the card and checkout page. So again, you can see pre-order and then the estimated ship date, and then I believe once more at checkout. Yeah, we can see again both those key bits of information. So this is just really important to keep your customers happy and aware of what's going on. And for a bonus, some Shopify apps, Shopify pre-order apps, they'll have a customer portal as well, and that's really nice because the customer will be emailed it as soon as they pre-order, and it's just a page that they can check and see, the shipping time is still the week of November, I have paid. It just gives them some reassurance. This point is maybe the most costly, potentially, and that's your policy on whether you want to accept both buy now and pre-order items in the same cart. So if you take, say, a pre-order of the pink rucksack and a buy now of the blue rucksack, and the buy now says it will ship out tomorrow, but the pre-order will ship out in a couple of months' time, what can happen is you could end up paying for shipping twice. So later that day for the buy now, and then later on for the pre-order. Now, there's 2 ways to handle this. You can either have a policy that you only ship out orders once you've got every item in the order is ready to ship. That's one way. Or you can have a policy where you decide to actually ship twice, and that's fine, but it's obviously going to cost 2 lots of shipping on your end. Now, this is actually with default with Shopify, that if they see different shipping locations or different shipping times, they will actually try and charge or try and surface 2 different shipping fees to the customer, and they'll get charged that. But it's just one of those things you really want to be conscious of and make a decision. Either way is right, but if you are going to eat that extra shipping charge, then it's something you need to build into your COGS and your back of house. Now, this is a common one for stores as they scale. If they use a centralized ERP or 3PL to look after how much inventory they have on hand in their various warehouses, or how they're shipping and which orders they're shipping and when, and which inventory units are applied to those shipping. So it's 2 points to keep an eye on. Zero stock products. Some systems won't like it when your product inventory goes below 0. Shopify doesn't mind it, but some of these systems do mind, so that's something to test. And with all these things, I just recommend doing a test pre-order. It's very easy to see, does this work nicely, or do I have to get in contact with them and ask how they'd recommend getting around the zero stock issue. And then the second one is relating to our last point, actually, on when orders are going to be shipped. So some systems will just never fulfill an order until all items within that order are ready. Others will try and fulfill it straight away. Now, Shopify actually has a clever kind of system to tackle this. Let me see if I can show you one. And yeah, here we go. You'll see these. This is a Shopify Orders admin, and you'll see these little orange on hold badges. Now, they should be applied by your pre-order app whenever you take a pre-order, and what that does is it's actually placing a hold just on the pre-order items within that order. If it's buy now items, they won't have a hold, but that means that your fulfillment software can see that, and it can see, and it can kind of enforce the policy that you set, whether that's, yep, let's ship out items as soon as they come in stock, or no, we need to wait until all the holds are released from the order to process it through to the usual shipping network. The next common mistake is to do with customer satisfaction, or lack thereof it again, and that's taking a charge up front pre-order for a product with a really long or uncertain lead time. So if you think you're going to be shipping this product in 4, 5, 6 months, then taking all the money up front for that order can rub customers the wrong way. So what we recommend doing is taking a charge later pre-order. So that's where the customer completes checkout, and then you charge their card once you're ready to ship in the future, or at the very least taking a deposit upfront pre-order. So that's similar to charge later, but you would take a little bit up front, and that can be nice just to make sure that, especially if it's non-refundable, that you are kind of going to get some money if you order that inventory in. So think stores like hobby stores, or stores with a lot of different SKUs where they may not necessarily be ordering lots of that SKU. That's really handy there. But either way, we recommend it just to keep the customers happy for those longer lead time pre-orders. So that was 6 common mistakes to avoid with Shopify pre-orders. We covered the continue selling when out of stock box, which is needed for zero inventory products. Then we covered the online store sales channel, making sure that's ticked when a product is going to pass through checkout. And then we talked about clear pre-order communication on the product cart and checkout pages. Then we moved on to having a clear shipping strategy, whether you're going to charge shipping twice for mixed orders or always just once. And then we briefly touched on ERP and 3PL and more sophisticated software and how that might interact with your pre-orders. And then the last one was the not charging upfront for pre-orders with a long lead time. And if you found this helpful, I'd love a like below. Otherwise, if you'd like to take pre-orders, I work on pre-order app for Shopify, and we have free trials on all our plans, as well as a $0 fixed price plan. I'll leave a link in the description below. Cheers.